Hello my friends and welcome once again to Tony's Comfort Kitchen. If you know me, you know how much I love my meat, but I can tell you I've just made this vegan dish and I'll be brutally honest with you, it's one of the tastiest dishes I have ever cooked. I am going to start off by toasting 50 grams of flaked almonds and 50 grams of pistachio nuts. Just toss them around and let them brown evenly all over, and then we'll put them to one side and use them later. Next I have 200 grams of green lentils that have been soaking for about an hour, and 200 grams of basmati rice, which again has been washed and has been soaking for about 20 minutes. I'm just going to chuck the water out of these and again put them to one side for later. Next I'm going to put about 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil into a saucepan, and when it's hot I'm going to put in 2 medium onions chopped up. Now I need to cook these onions down until they're fairly soft, so do it on a low to medium heat. I'm going to put in a good pinch of salt and of course some freshly cracked black pepper. Then I'm going to put in a thumb-sized piece of ginger that has been chopped up into fine strips. And then I'm just going to put the lid on to quicken up the softening of the onions for a few minutes. Take it off, and then I'm going to put the equivalent of about 4 to 5 cloves of garlic crushed up. Again, just continue cooking them slowly. And then I'm going to put in the spices. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, and about half a teaspoon of chilli powder. A mild chilli powder. We're just going to cook those spices in a little bit for 30 seconds or so, cook the rawness out of them, and then I'm going to add about 200 millilitres of passata, or you could use half a 400 gram tin of chopped tomatoes. We just need to cook that in like the spices, just cook it down, cook the rawness out until the oil is starting to bubble out of the surface. And after a few minutes it's time to add, first of all, our lentils. Just dump them all in, and then the rice. Now we just need to gently stir that in. We don't want to mess up the lentils too much. It'll just turn to a mush if you overwork this. So quickly stir it in, and then I'm going to add 500 millilitres of water. Now this needs to be cooked with the lid on for about 20 minutes on a very low heat. Otherwise it'll dry out and catch at the bottom. And after 20 minutes it is time to take the lid off. But continue to cook it for about 10 minutes on a low heat, just to let any liquid evaporate away. I'm going to add the juice of 1 fresh lemon, and then I'm going to add about 2/3 of our pistachios and almonds. I'm going to keep 1/3 of them back for the end. I also have 100 grams of sultanas that have been reconstituted in hot water. Again, I'm adding 2/3 of them to the pan here. And again, we're just going to mix everything in, but be careful, be gentle, because everything will turn to a mush if you're too rough with these. Just gently fold everything in, and the dish should be ready to serve. And all that's left to do now is to serve it out into a plate, along with the reserved pistachios, sultanas and flaked almonds. This dish can be served as a main course for any vegans or even non-vegans alike, and it can also be served as a side dish for any grilled meat for any of us who aren't vegan. Either way, you will be surprised at just how tasty this dish is. I'm just going to finish it off by sprinkling over some, well, it's meant to be parsley, but I didn't have any, so I sprinkled over some coriander instead. Either works well. And then a final drizzle over with olive oil, and the dish is done. Once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please consider subscribing, and if you do, please also hit that notification bell and you will be notified of any videos that I upload in future. So take care, peace, love, and I'll see you all very, very soon.